Hello, and welcome back to the Bright Light Wellness YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am really excited to chat with you today about an important topic that I want to share with you because I want to talk about the benefits of sunlight that go beyond vitamin D. Because where I live right now, I am in a northerly latitude, right? So now we don't have UVB light anymore in my area. So we don't have the capabilities to take sunlight, right, when it touches our skin and turn it into vitamin D. And we kind of tend to think like, oh, sunlight, vitamin D, right? So now that I can't make vitamin D, is it worth it to actually go out in the sun and be outside in nature? And the answer is like 1,000,000% yes, because the benefits of sunlight are way beyond just synthesizing vitamin D. Okay, vitamin D, of course, is great. It supports our immune system and our hormones and a lot of different things, right? But sunlight in general reduces all cause mortality. The more sunlight a person gets in their life, the less likely they are going to have any health diseases. And that's not just because of vitamin D, it's because of many factors. Okay. So sunlight is really imperative for health and healing to all people in all seasons, whether or not they can make vitamin D or not. Right. So that is number one, right? We definitely need to view sunlight as more than just a way of making vitamin D. It's extremely healthy for our physiology. And I'll explain some of the reasons why. So let's get into it, because sunlight is something that we need all year round. Okay. And yeah, in the summertime, or the spring through fall, we get the benefit of making more vitamin D through synthesis of UVB sunlight. Okay. But when there's not UVB sunlight, there's still a big benefit to sunlight. And number one benefit to being outside in the sunlight is being outside is always better than being inside because you're away from um, unnatural sources of electromagnetic radiation, like non-native EMFs, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, like all the things that are inside, right? Artificial lights, like being outside is always better because the inside, our modern living is not conducive to health and healing, and it dehydrates our cells and, destroys, or it makes our mitochondria not work as well, right? But when you're outside, you gather electrons, right? Just from sunlight. Being in sunlight helps you gather electrons, so it helps your body make more energy. You make more free energy. More free energy we have for our mitochondria to function, right? Electrons power our mitochondria. That's how the electron transport chain runs. It powers our mitochondria. So the more free energy we have, the better and healthier we're going to be, right? So that's one thing it does, right? Now, more electrons, we have more cellular energy. Now, another thing that it helps with is cellular repair. It helps with cellular repair in a few ways, but the first way I'll say is that it helps us make more subcellular melatonin. Whenever we're outside in sunlight, when our eyes are exposed to it, and even this one, you could just be outside, because even if you're wearing clothes, you'll still get this benefit. But anytime you're outside in sunlight and you're exposed to infrared, specifically near infrared light, you are going to make more subcellular melatonin. This is not the melatonin that makes us sleepy. It's the melatonin that helps our cells repair all day long. And a lot of times our indoor environments are void of infrared because we're not using light bulbs that would emit infrared. Those are incandescents, and we no longer use those because they're not energy efficient, but they're actually harming our health not to use these light bulbs, right? And to use light bulbs void of infrared because we need a ton of infrared light to be healthy. Then we also usually have doors and windows closed, which block infrared light. Like I have my window open back there, so I'm allowing the light to flood my space. I have my door open right here, so I'm allowing the infrared to come into my space because light moves in a wave and a particle. So it will flood my space. I'm getting infrared light just because I have the windows and doors open. Okay. So sunlight, okay, when you're outside in sunlight or you're letting light into your space is going to help your body with cellular repair literally all day long. So it's very vital for us. It also expands and charges our exclusion zone water. This is far infrared, near infrared light helps the body make more subcellular melatonin or cellular repair. Far infrared light, another form of infrared, which is lacking in our environment, typically if you're living an indoor lifestyle, okay? If your doors are closed and you have the LED lights on, you're not getting infrared, but far infrared expands our exclusion zone water and it recharges it, okay? So our exclusion zone water, if you're not sure what that is, I have different videos on exclusion zone water. So please go back in my YouTube channel and watch them. I have one from the Quantum Health Connection podcast that I did with my amazing co-host on the what is easy water and why is it a benefit to us. And then I have another separate video that I did on exclusion zone water. So learn about it. But it basically, exclusion zone water is how our cells stay hydrated, and it gives us cellular energy. So it acts as a battery because it holds this water is literally all over our body, or it should be all over our body, and it holds this beautiful net negative charge, and it also creates a barrier where toxins cannot enter the cell. Okay, so it's a barrier and a battery. It's very important for cellular health. Okay, so far infrared will expand it. Near infrared, far infrared expands exclusion zone water. Near infrared repairs our cellular repair. So near infrared light, cellular repair. Far infrared, helping with cellular hydration and expanding our exclusion zone water. And that's really important for our health. So of course, if we're expanding our exclusion zone water, we're going to have more cellular hydration, right? So that's another benefit of being outside. You're going to improve your cellular hydration. You're going to reduce inflammation because when you gather more electrons, right, more energy, right, free energy, more electrons, you're going to have more energy to reduce inflammation. So now your body's going to say, oh, I can go, use this space. I have this area, like if your elbow hurts, right, has low voltage, has low energy, and the mitochondria or your body will soak up the electrons either from earthing, which is another benefit of being outside. You can earth and be in with nature, or from sunlight, and it will move those electrons to areas of low voltage. So like if your elbow has pain, it's going to move the electrons there, and it's going to reduce inflammation in that area. Okay, it does that through your exclusion zone water. So you want to have a lot of cellular hydration, right? It improves cardiovascular health, actually, just being outside. How does it do that? Well, because it improves your circulation and your blood pressure through the stimulation of a vasodilation. When you're outside in UV light, UVA will do this, which is always available most days. Unless you live very, very northerly latitude, you might not get that, but most people still get UVA, even when they don't have UVB, which is A comes before B. UVB is where we synthesize vitamin D, but UVA is a magical thing, a magical light frequency. And when your eyes and skin are in UVA light or exposed to UVA light, it causes what we say a vasodilation. And the body or the red blood cells rise to the surface to capture light. Okay, and then it helps transfer, these red blood cells now transfer that light throughout your body. So it aids in like nutrition throughout the body, like getting nutrients where they need to go. And then it also aids in circulation, and that vasodilation increases nitric oxide production, which supports cardiovascular health, circulation, and improves blood pressure. Like the studies show that your blood pressure will be improved for days and weeks after, being out in sunlight. It'll improve moods and motivation. This is because neurotransmitters get activated in UVA sunlight. And UVA, again, is available through winter. So you will get improved neurotransmitter production, like serotonin, like dopamine. And these things will help your mood and help you feel more energized and more motivated, right? So that happens in sunlight. It improves your blood sugar regulation. So when you're ever exposed to near infrared light, anytime you're exposed to any kind of infrared light, it doesn't have to be near. When you're exposed to infrared sunlight, it improves your blood sugar regulation and it lowers your blood glucose response. So if you eat your meals outside versus eating your meals inside, you're going to have a better blood sugar response. If you're exposed to more sunlight throughout the day, you're going to have a better blood glucose response because infrared light and red light reduces glucose. Blue is stimulatory and raises glucose. Red is the antidote to blue and lowers glucose and insulin and blood sugar and cortisol. Blue raises cortisol, insulin, blood sugar. Red lowers all of those. Okay, so you're going to have better blood sugar responses if you're outside in sunlight more. It improves your nervous system. So many things, right? So you're going to have better nervous system responses. Literally, nature is the parasympathetic. If you are outside in nature, you're going to be getting a more parasympathetic response. You're going to be hearing birds call, like chirping, which sends things like a signal of safety. You're going to tell your body where you are in time and space by being in nature, touching, having your feet on the ground, by getting the correct sunlight, signaling and messages into your eyes and on your skin. Your body's going to feel more safety because it knows where it is in time and space. Thus, it knows what to do and when to do it. Huge, okay? It improves your sex hormone signaling. Every day when you come out at sunrise light in the morning, what happens is you actually that light stimulus in your eye at sunrise light has this beautiful balance of red and blue, and what it sends to the signal to your mitochondria is to start the production in the mitochondria to make our master hormone pregnenolone. And when you make your master hormone pregnenolone, that is the master hormone that again affects all the other hormones downstream. So you'll get the signal or the message to catapult you to make pregnenolone and then thus to make estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone and bring those more back into balance. So it improves your sex hormone signaling. So again, it helps balances hormones, then it helps balances neurotransmitters, which I mentioned. It aids in appetite regulation because we're in UVA sunlight. It tells your body to upregulate POMC, which helps with, it's like a big polypeptide, right? That helps your body actually make a lot of other different peptides. Like it cleaves or gets chopped up into smaller pieces of other peptides, and one of them is alpha MSH. And when you increase alpha MSH, you have more energy and you are less hungry. That is the result of increasing the peptide alpha MSH. So that supports your appetite, right? It helps it be more regulated. You have more energy and you need less food. That's why people lose weight when they're in the sun more. That's another advantage of being in the sunlight. You'll lose weight more. It reduces pain because when you're outside in sunlight, you are going to, through the POMC pathway again, through the eyes and on the skin, the UVA light will increase what we call beta endorphins, which is your body's natural opioid like medicine cabinet in your system. Like it's called the endocannabinoid system. So it stimulates that system and you actually make a pain reliever in your body. So it reduces pain. And it also then helps us like be addicted to the sun and want to come back to that stimulus, actually. It improves your circadian rhythms. And our circadian biology and circadian rhythms is literally the foundation to health. So the more that you're in sunlight and you're getting that signal into your eyes and on your skin about the time of day, this is going to entrain your circadian rhythm to run more efficiently and thus make you healthier. It improves your mitochondria function, which is where we make our cellular energy, our cellular hydration, and have cellular repair. All of those things function better the more sunlight you are in. This is why it reduces all-cause mortality. And then, of course, you're going to recover better from any kind of situations that you're dealing with, right? Any kind of health situations or injuries or things like that, you'll have better recovery. Man, that was a lot that I just punched into like a little episode, but sunlight is an amazing healing modality. I can't say enough about it. It's been huge on my healing journey. That was just a quick, short summary. But even though we can't make vitamin D, you still need to get outside in sunlight and be out there because sunlight provides us so much benefits. Open your windows, open your doors, let the light in, get outside and as much as you can throughout the day. We need more sunlight in the winter because, the stimulus is not as strong because it takes a little bit longer for us to actually get that stimulus. Now, if you want to learn more, I have a couple of low-cost buy-ins. The way you can do this, you can get the Get Your Light Right ebook and webinar. That is a webinar and an ebook that teaches you how to use sunlight as medicine safely and effectively. You can learn more at my Thrive in Winter webinar as well. That's an ebook and a webinar. That's a 3-hour webinar and ebook, which teaches you how to really thrive this winter because a lot of us get seasonal depression and weight gain and our autoimmune diseases flare up and we have more pain. This webinar will teach you how to come out of winter or emerge out of winter feeling better than ever. So you can check out those 2 offerings I have to learn more. Of course, you can work with me one-on-one, personalized healthcare plans. I'm also a classical homeopath, so I can really support real root causes of diseases. So check out all my offerings below. I really appreciate that, and I look forward to supporting you. leave me a message or a comment if you have a question, concern. I'm really thrilled to answer them. Send me a message at contact@brightlightwellnesscoach.com here, and follow this YouTube channel to learn more amazing health tips, because I'm always trying to make more content for you guys to support your health. So let me know what else you want to know more about. I am excited to share that with you, because if there's something that you have a question on or something you want to know more about, I am happy to share that with you guys here. So have an incredible day. Please get your sunlight on. Even though it's winter, it's going to support your health greatly. And I will chat with you guys on the next video.